Welcome to Inspire and Move, the show that inspires you to create, connect, and grow. I'm going to bring you meaningful conversations, aha moments, and all the motivation you need to up-level every part of your life. I'm Ali Aruda, founder of Inspire and Move, and your personal hype girl. I've gone from fashion school to celebrity stylist to corporate marketing to brick and mortar entrepreneurship with my husband, each time learning incredible lessons how to pivot, reimagine, and implement the steps to become successful. I am passionate about inspiring others to live their best life, a life of joy. We have the power to design a life that we love because life is too short not to. The best part is that you weren't meant to do this alone. If you feel like you were meant for more, let me ride shotgun with you, and together, let's get you to where you want to go. Hello, you guys. Welcome back to Inspire and Move. I am your host, Ali Aruda. Thank you so much for being here. And I am just having so much fun recording and sharing with you guys. And I just wanted to take a quick moment of gratitude to thank you. Thank you all so much for listening and sharing and rating and reviewing and also just sharing such kind, positive feedback. I really, truly appreciate that. And I just wanted to start this episode off with this moment of gratitude and just say thank you so much. Today's topic is kind of fun, kind of exciting, and I have actually talked about going on my Instagram and creating content based around this topic, and I felt compelled to hop on here today and chat with all of you about this. And today's topic is how I generate my energy. I feel so blessed and grateful to receive a lot of kind and positive feedback about my levels of energy when I walk into a room or how I operate in my business or from a day to day. And let's also have a quick disclaimer here. I definitely have days where my energy is not 10 out of 10. And that makes me a normal human. That makes me a normal female because, girls, we all feel the same, how there's definitely times in the month where our energy levels might dip for very specific reasons. And that is that. We're just going to park that and leave that right there. But I feel grateful that is a lot of kind feedback that I do get. And that makes me happy because I do put in work to generate good energy, positive energy, and high levels of energy. And what I wanted to share with you guys today is the how. And this might not be for everyone. I fully understand that. But this is just chatting me to you. We're just going to chat or share what I personally do. And there are a few tips, if you will, or key pillars. Let's call them that. There's a few key pillars that I really focus on that are integral in helping me generate really great levels of energy. And I'm also going to go so far as calling it great levels of positive energy. And maybe infectious? Okay, no, that's too much. Anyways, let's get started. So, pillar number 1, sleep. And I was just having a conversation with a friend today how sleep was actually the last wellness pillar, if you will, that both myself and Matt and I together as a couple that we started focusing on. We had our nutrition, we had our supplements, we had our workout routine, and this has all gotten on a completely different scale in the recent months, and I'd say even last 1 to 2 years, really since we owned a gym. We've kicked our routines into high gear. But sleep was the one that lagged a little bit. And I read this excellent book that was all about sleeping smarter. I actually need to find the author's name was Shawn. And I need to Google that last name and I can put it in the show notes for you guys. But the importance and significance of sleep. So thank goodness we dove into really working on that and being much more mindful of our sleep patterns, our sleep space, our hours that we slept, but also what time we went to bed and what time we woke up in the morning and how integral that routine was to the overall well-being of our habits and bigger routines. So sleep has become really, really important for me. And I can tell when I might dip on the hours. I perform my best at an 8 to 9 hours of sleep. 7 works. I don't really want to go less than 7. But understanding those boundaries of how you best operate and having ample sleep and quality sleep. So I do take an all natural melatonin. I love a lavender oil. I love really beautiful sort of cotton and linen blend sheets that are lighter versus like a heavy fleece. I know some people love a fleece sheet. For me, that is too hot, especially with dogs on the bed, in the bed. So I love a lighter sheet and a good pillow, a really great mattress. Now we're approaching the season where maybe you could have the window open for the light breeze, just really being mindful of the surroundings that you are sleeping in and focusing on that overall sort of holistic experience of your sleep every night. So, pillar number 1, sleep. Pillar number 2, one of my personal faves, exercise. Exercise is so important to me. I feel like I can make a song about it. It has been a big part of my life. Again, I was having this conversation earlier today, and exercise really started. I mean, I was active as a child. I did dance for 15 years and loved that, and then moved to Toronto for university. I tried to dabble in the university gym, but I definitely had no idea what I was doing. But around that time, that is when I lost my brother. And exercise became, as I went through my early to mid 20s, I was 18 when I lost my brother, just for kind of context here. In my early 20s, I really found a love for moving my body and exercising as part of my grief journey, and really wanting to feel strong, and how that could help me grow and work through that grief. So my relationship with exercise has a deep rooted emotional connection. And even, just rewind 2 years ago when I lost my dad, I started running. And I'm pretty certain I will never be a marathon runner, but the connection with running is, again, more of a deep rooted emotional connection. And it kind of connects me to these 2 men in my life that I've lost. But we're keeping this high vibe. So the importance of exercise for me is, it's a non-negotiable. I am very dedicated. I will work out 6 days a week. I absolutely make time for a full dedicated rest day, but I could go into the gym maybe in a ho-hum mood and I dive into a workout, especially if I'm working with my trainer. I have an awesome trainer. She's super high vibe and we have really good chats. She also puts me through really good workouts. And that's important. And that's also a key element that, yes, I own a gym, but I also fully pay for a trainer because I see the value in that. And that will turn my mood around. If I'm at like a ho-hum mood level, that will be a game changer. So exercise for me is by far the most impactful pillar of how I generate my energy. And I swear there are some days where I have such a great workout that I could just be like, yes, let's effing go. I'm going to run through a wall. I am amped. And it is so amazing at how moving your body in such a way and lifting heavy weights can make you feel. I feel like I'm getting so amped up as I talk about this, and it's so exciting. And I'm obviously very biased in terms of the environment that I train. It's our gym, Benchmark Fitness in downtown Burlington. And one of our biggest core values is community and the environment that we create for our community. And even further than that, we want to create a really positive environment. And I don't know if I would go so far as to say I would guarantee that if you came into the gym in a bad mood, you'll leave in a good mood. But I do feel pretty confident in saying that. But there's always, loopholes and the what ifs. So we'll just say that I am confident in it. But that is something that I love and I'm so proud of having such a positive environment to do my workouts in, and the people and the energy, and you throw in some good music in there and you're just buzzing. So if you feel like you are relating to this right now, how exercise is or could be a great match for you of generating awesome levels of energy, I would totally encourage you to seek a gym or a trainer or a studio that feels aligned for you. And you could go in for a tour or a trial, a meet and greet, and you can really feel that energetic match. Because that's the thing about energy, is you can feel it and it is palpable. And it really makes a difference in how you're going to perform, especially if exercise is maybe new for you, setting yourself up in a great environment that feels that it could be supportive of your goals. but a positive environment to do your workouts, move your body, generate that energy, and how that's just going to transpire for the rest of the day. It's going to set the tone, especially if you're a morning workout person. You maybe want to be mindful of how much energy you're generating if you're like an 11 p.m. workout person. But for me, I'm talking about how I do all of these things and how these pillars relate for me. And I like moving my body in the morning and how that is going to feel. Pillar number 3, supplementation. This is something that I have been really dedicated to for, oh my goodness, over 20 years. I have been using the same brand of vitamins since I was in high school. And hey, may as well give them a plug. It's USANA. I've been using that since I think I was in grade 11. And I take them every day, twice a day. And I have always had really positive feedback about how that has been a wonderful addition to my daily habits and overall wellness routine. And yes, I take a full lineup of, minerals and antioxidants and vitamin C and a joint supplement and vitamin D. And everyone is unique, how you might want to build your supplement game. But it is something, and I am not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist, I am just a passionate consumer that I could talk for a long time about vitamins and how much I love them. But again, everybody, be aware of what maybe you need or are looking to add. But again, in my experience and how that contributes to my energy levels is on a really positive scale. And as part of my daily habit stacking, I have them after my shake. I like to train actually on a kind of circling back on the exercise nugget. I really like to work out in the morning on an empty stomach. I'll do a double espresso as my pre-workout and a lot of water, have a great workout, and then I will refuel with a loaded smoothie with protein and healthy fats and fiber. And once I finish my smoothie, I will then take my AM supplements, and then I'll take my PM supplements later in the evening after dinner. For me, I really need to take them with food. And I mean, probably most people would be that way. But again, everyone is different. Everyone is unique. And another disclaimer, I am not a doctor or nutritionist or a scientist, just a passionate consumer. All right, pillar number 4, water. You guys, water is so important for us. And it plays such an important role in helping energy get to the brain. And I was doing just like a quick search on some key facts, and it didn't really sound surprising that a well-hydrated brain actually functions faster. So that is just another little nugget on, well, I'd say brain health, but I feel like I'm going down these rabbit holes where I am not educated to talk about some of these things. I'm just talking about it from my own experience and my own passions. But I love that being in a fitness space and in a gym on a regular basis, you have this really great water filtration system and naturally are sipping a lot of water. But you can kind of feel the difference. And I actually talk about this with Matt often, that between the two of us, I definitely drink a lot of water. And this is an area that Matt could improve in. I say this with a lot of love. But the significance of being well hydrated and how, your brain can function or just how you feel. And that's so great for, working out and building muscle. You also need to nourish it with water. And even when you travel, you can feel that on the airplane, when you land. We've been recently spending a lot of time in Arizona, the desert, dry. So going through a lot of water while traveling. And just even kind of feeling how your skin feels on an airplane or when you get to somewhere like a desert, or if you're over in Europe, you're on an airplane for a long time, the importance of water for just brain health, skin health, or overall well-being. So water is another key pillar for me. I feel like I should take a sip of my water that's sitting beside me right now. And pillar number 5, positive conversations. This one could easily be just missed. And I do notice this. Matt and I will talk about this sometimes. We'll get caught up in maybe more of a negative conversation or consuming just conversations that are not uplifting. And again, I say this with awareness that, as friends, people have high times and low times in their life, and you always want to be there for them and be that support system. But if you stack a couple of those negative conversations on top of one another, you might eventually feel that, my goodness, I feel so heavy. I just feel like I have this heaviness or like this negative energy pent up inside me. And it is really interesting to see that difference of having high vibe, positive conversations, growth mindset, an exciting growth journey and trajectory and new ideas and opportunities, the dopamine hit that you get from those types of conversations. And then you could have other conversations where you leave and you're like, I feel really drained. And again, you need to be mindful of where those conversations are coming from and how you can support a person that is maybe going through a hard time or needs some extra love and some grace. There is absolutely time and space for that. But on a regular basis, again, we're talking about generating energy, generating good energy, surrounding yourself with people and diving into conversations that are on the positive scale can really work wonders for those energy levels. And I feel like I've recently been at some events that are very much on that, probably an extreme scale. So you come out of there and again, you're like, whoa, gonna run through a wall. I feel so amped. And pouring into those people and those places and those rooms, even podcasts, you can listen to some shows and you can hear the energy from the person coming on the other side where you just feel so connected to them and want to listen to them more because you could be doing a little dog walk, listen to a podcast, and you hear these just little nuggets of information and enthusiasm and this surge of energy, and you finish the show, you're like, oh my gosh, I feel so great. It was such a great episode, and feel kind of on like you're buzzing. So that's what I mean more when talking about positive conversations, or my friend Chris Harder always says positive propaganda. And I love that. I feel like I heard him say that maybe 2 years ago and it's stuck. And I use that so often. So pouring into those people that make you feel really energized, and those conversations, those podcasts, which isn't exactly a conversation, you're really using your listening ears, but having those moments or being able to really identify those people on those shows, when I'm talking specifically about a podcast, let's say, but how that impacts your overall energy levels. So we're just going to recap, tie a little pretty bow on these 5 pillars that I've been diving into, a little bit of a sidebar riff. Sometimes I love a good tangent. You'll probably learn that about me. And sitting in my office is where I'm podcasting currently, talking to myself. It is like a very odd experience. So I feel like sometimes these riffs and these tangents might be a thing. So thanks for being here. You're welcome. Hope you enjoy. All right, tying a bow on the 5 pillars. Sleep, exercise, with a little sort of like 2A about the workout environment. 3, supplementation. 4, water. And 5, positive conversations. One thing I didn't really talk about in terms of like the exercise and supplementation, that would also be a great area for nutrition to fit in, and fueling yourself with really, really energy rich foods, shopping organic if you can, ensuring that you're getting really good quality proteins and fruits and veggies and healthy fats and fiber. But we didn't really dive too much into the nutrition piece, but just sort of a little note here that maybe there's, sleep is pillar number 1, exercise pillar number 2, and then there's that 2A about your workout environment, and 2B nutrition, 3 supplements, 4 water, and 5 positive conversations. So thank you for being here. I love having these positive conversations with you guys. And if any of this resonated with you, please drop me a note, send me a DM. If any of this is new for you and maybe there's a takeaway that you're going to try, focusing on your sleep or trying a new level of your workout routine, or maybe you're moving into a season where you want to try working with a trainer to amp up your workouts and hit that new level of energy, go for it. I'm amped for you. Supplementation, you can maybe toe dip there. Water, you know what? This is a good cue. Pour yourself a glass of water. Enjoy it. And then get yourself a little refill. And those positive conversations, who can you connect with today, this week, that is someone that just kind of fills your cup when you have good chats and good conversations and good laughs. Maybe you get a good belly laugh out of talking to this one person that you're thinking of. Just putting those on sort of your priority list for the day, for the week. We're coming into a new month really soon, so even focusing on that and seeing how that can overall have a positive impact on your day, on your week, and just how you feel. So as always, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening. And if any of this resonated with you, I would love to connect. Thanks for your support. See you soon. Thank you so much for listening. If you loved this episode, it would mean the world to me if you took 30 seconds and shared this on social media, send it to a friend, or leave a 5-star review. There is power in community, and I am so grateful to have you part of mine.